Welcome! In this video we will go through the second part of the chapter, the Thaldraszus chapter, called Time Management. Now in the previous video we went through the first part. Now like I said, I split this chapter in two pieces because it would have taken over an hour to complete this, and I don't like videos over an hour. So let me just refer to the achievements again. The chapter. So this is the second chapter in the Thaldraszus campaign. Did I say Thaldraszus? So yeah, I meant the Thaldraszus campaign and the chapter of Thaldraszus. So what did we do in this previous video? Basically we came to the Shifting Sands because Nosdormu said that there was something going on over here. We met up with Chromie, who said that she would investigate what is going on at the temple, while we were to take care of things, well, at the ground level. So we are at a elevated platform right now. So we went and searched for some missing time walkers, as well as a recruit that had gone missing, Thaldraszus, if I'm not mistaken. We helped her out and well, basically received a Time Walker staff. We were given a speed training in how to use it and how to handle time magic, after which we closed some time rifts and took care of some well, inconveniences is not the right word, some anomalies in this time can't think of the right word. Time. Yeah, I can't think of it. Let me just alt-tab for a second. Nope. Yeah, timeline. So yeah, we took care of some stuff that were anomalies in this timeline. So basically there were creatures from other timelines that well, made their way through the rifts into our timeline. After that we integrated everything we had learned into a, well, basically final mission from a time walker that we had saved from one of the time rifts, and we were sent up here to check in with Chromie. So we then learned that a infinite dragon had attacked the bronze outstone right here, and Chromie, as well as Dante or Andantu Normu and Thaldraszus are keeping Eternus in stasis. Okay, so that is basically where we left off and where we'll continue this chapter. And here's Chromie.
Get comfortable in that bubble, Eternus. I won't let you corrupt our bronze oathstone.
Whether I am here for a day or millennia, it matters not. I will ensure the rise of our Lord Murozond.
Never! Lord Nosdormu is counting on me.
First I kinda skipped some dialogue with Chromie. Her voice is quite quiet for some reason. Anyway, we skipped some dialogue, so let's go through that first. I would never allow the Infinites to succeed, but I wish there was another way to get through to them, aside from combat. What is the Bronze Oathstone? The Bronze Oathstone symbolizes the true calling of Bronze Flight to protect the Timeways. Here at our temple, it focuses our power and allows us freedom to travel to whichever time we need to. If it were corrupted by the Infinites, they would be able to unravel the Timeways, and then who knows what awful thing could happen. Even Nosdormu wouldn't be able to fix the damage. Let me ask you something else. Who is Eternus? Eternus is an infinite dragon. Her flight is devoted to deteriorating the Timeways in pursuit of turning Nosdormu into the prophesied leader of the Infinites, Murozond. We're lucky that the temple has good defenses. They might not have foreseen threats like Eternus. Even clear visions of the future can turn out different than when you first see them. Who are the Infinite Dragonflight? The infinite flight directly opposes the ideals of bronze flight and the time walkers. We're charged with upholding the timeways, but they believe that time shouldn't be contained in any way. Their ultimate goal is to force our aspect and leader Nosdormu into a terrible future version of himself, called Murasant. We came into conflict with them years ago, and thought they were defeated, but it looks like we still have more work to do. Who is Murasant? Murasant is the counterpart of our own aspect, Nosdormu. We only know that he's some dark future version of Nosdormu. After seeing his own death, he was tricked into shattering the timeways to save himself. That all backfired and caused his twisted transformation instead. We faced Murasant and won several years ago when he tried to bring about the End Time. We don't know if Eternists and the Infinites are trying to cause Nosdormu's transformation, or if they have something else planned. So I believe End Time is a dungeon, so if you haven't gone through that dungeon yet, you might want to. Alright, so now that we have gone through this dialogue, which was, well, she kind of repeated herself a few times. So let's go into the chapter.
I always have time for you.
Or let's come back to the chapter. Time Lock Time Walkers. I'm so glad you're here. I need you to stabilize the situation here on the platforms, while Dante and Zera help me hold our infinite dragon friend in place. The temple security measures locked Eternus in a stasis bubble when she tried to take control of our Oathstone. Unfortunately, the other Time Walkers were also caught in those security measures. Your Time Walker staff should free them, no problem. Just make sure to deal with any angry timelings that pop up. Free 8 Time Walkers from time bubbles.
Is this hello or goodbye? I keep losing track.
Cracks in time.
Why hello?
When the temple locked down, the wardens got sealed up with the temple doors. We need to pop the stasis bubble to get them out. Unfortunately, that'll need a fully empowered Time Walker staff. I know, you can drain the crystals here on the platforms. That should power up your staff enough. They have their own stasis fields, so just yank them out and absorb their energy with your staff. And don't feel bad if they shatter. The power is still there, even if it's in pieces. Use the east and west crystals to further empower your Time Walker staff.
Hero, I require your assistance as well.
And over there we hear Andante Normu, or Dante, calling us.
Yes, I have time. For now.
Quelling causalities. The Infinite has forced the energies of time to aggression. This is not good. Please slay any time elementals you encounter while assisting Ambassador Chronormu. I'll remain here and help her hold Eternus in place. Kill time elementals. And for that we get a upgrade on the weapons.
Do not worry, Ambassador Chronormu. Your friend is more than capable for this task.
I know they are. They were amazing in the past. Or was that the future? Or right now? Anyway, I know.
These time dragons, their time ways. Yikes! Okay, so that's what happens if you fly into the stasis bubble. Okay, so let's head to our northeast first. And over here we can see Warden, oh dear names, Thaldraszus, who is a flight master. Temporal destabilizing beam disrupts bronze stasis bubbles. Death's wing. I saw a future of unstoppable Draktyr imbued with the light. So yeah, as you can see, if you're not careful, you will run into a lot of enemies. So let me just read that again because I kind of got interrupted. Death's Wing! I saw a future of unstoppable Draktyr imbued with a light. So that's 1 out of 8 Time Walkers freed. Alright. Let's see. I think it's more safe to take this one out first. Because we have a progress bar.
I must get closer.
Which fills up if we... what's this? Oh, okay. Which fills up whenever we kill time elementals. So once again, if you run into the stasis field, you get bounced back. So we'll be doing the same right now, but this time we have to pull on the time stream to free the crystal.
It's okay. Just use your staff on the shards instead.
And as you can see, the crystal broke into several pieces. So this leaves us with temporal crystal chunks. So even though we have to collect 100 temporal energy, we get a lot of energy from every shard. Alright, next up we have names. Elosho Sky Strider. I'm pretty sure I'm not pronouncing that correctly. Who is a cooking supplies NPC. Wasn't I stealthed? Let's refresh our poisons before they run out this time. There we go. I'll read it in a minute.
I require a target.
There we go. Yeah, so the multitasking didn't really work last time, so I'm gonna skip that dialogue until I've killed all the time elementals that show up. Sweet Earth Mother, I'm finally free of that dreaded timeline. It was all gold, explosives, and goblin politicians. Sounds like a special timeline. A world ruled by goblins. Oh, and please ignore Herald Flaps. It's not part of this chapter. I've just been slacking a bit on the, well, other things from future, not future, but next patches. Alright, so up here, what? Again, I think I was stealthed. Perhaps they can detect you from stealth.
I need to target something first.
That or my focus is really good right now. Anyway, Wanshi Sky Strider, and she is also a Sky Strider, just like our previous NPC. This one has blacksmithing and engineering supplies. Go. So she said, "Ah, I've seen yet another future where the Bloodhoof Chieftain is captured." Okay, so up here we have our last Time Walker on this side, on the east side, Warden Krizik, who is a stable master. Like, as you can see, there are a lot of enemies here, so I'm gonna try and split them up, just to be safe. Because as you saw in the previous video, things can go horribly wrong real fast. Or at least with this character. Alright, so that's 5 targets now. And I can't really...
I'm out of range.
Or can I? Yep, I can split them up.
Too far away.
There we go. Now I do need to put ambush on my action bar here as well, but well, that's for another time. Because now we are going to kill timelings! Or more of them. They really seem to have respawned. Looks like they respawn quite quickly. Up here. What do you want with time magic? There we go, that's one side taken care of. So let's head back and check out the west side. Or if you're at Kronormu or Chromie, the southwest side. And apparently there's another player here, which is convenient because we can head straight for Amusha Skystrider. I just realized I forgot to read the dialogue from the previous one we saved. So let's read both in a second. There we go. So the goblin said, "Whoa! I saw my future. My great-grandson marries a night elf. And to be honest, their kids had incredible ears." And Amusha Skystrider says, "Thank you very much. Excuse me while I find my sister and apologize for something I've just done in an alternate timeline." Okay, do you have to apologize for that? Next up we have Suma the Geist, who is a innkeeper. I believe the previous one had leatherworking supplies. Right. Next up we have Historian Jamflitmo, historical text scholar. That kind of sounds weird to pronounce. Flitmo? That's funny. Oh, and once again I forgot to read the dialogue. Let's read 2 again.
I don't have a target.
There we go, we've killed all the time elementals that we had to, but we're still gonna run into some. So yeah, Suma said, "Thank you. My body was in a bubble, but my mind was stuck in the darkest days of my past." And the historian says, "Loa, I was back in time to my teaching days. Nightmarish students they were." Over here, whoops, let's use Vanish, just because we can, and be a cheapskate. There we go. Now over here we have our last Time Walker, Scribe Calv, if I'm, reading correctly, who has inscription supplies. Okay, so we finally have one more objective, which is the West Crystal that we have to yank out of the stasis bubble. Or pull.
Whoops! Don't worry, we can replace those crystals. At least, I think we can.
Okay, fingers crossed there. There we go, that's all the objectives taken care of. So we can now return to Chromie and Andante Normu. So Andante Normu wanted us to kill the time elementals.
So many books, so little time.
Excellent work. Usually I am against killing time, but today is an exception.
It has been a time.
Okay. Actually, I didn't see the name of the weapon. Moment's notice.
Take care of yourself out there.
It worked? I'm not surprised. Not entirely, at least.
It's so nice to see you.
Excellent work. You should be cooking with more than enough time juice to release the wardens now.
I knew you'd turn up eventually.
The once and future team.
It's like meeting again for the first time.
Alright, let's pop that stasis bubble around the temple doors and release our wardens. Are you ready for some huge tug-of-war match with time itself? Yank at the door's bubble like you did with the crystals earlier. But be careful. All the time energy released is sure to collect and attack you. I'm not sure what will be there, but at least you'll have the freed wardens on your side no matter what happens. Good luck! Use your Time Walker staff to pop the temple door's stasis bubble. And for that we get gloves, which are an upgrade again. Basically, at this point you don't really want to look at the item levels too much yet. Actually, I mean, not you don't want to look at the stats too much yet, because the item levels, well, bring you more power, bring you more, or help you progress faster. So just look at the item levels and not at the stats.
We'll hold Eternus in place while you free the wardens.
You have our strength, Ambassador Chronomu.
I may not be a full Time Walker yet, but I am strong enough to help.
Together, our power should be enough.
Your efforts are wasted. I have seen all possible futures. We shall be victorious.
No! I believe in us, and we won't let you destroy the Time Ways.
With your high voice, high pitch voice. Okay, so this time let's make sure we don't fly into the stasis bubble. And here we are. As you can see, these are the wardens. Time Walker Warden with Warden Captain Sinjormi as their leader. And more Time Walker Wardens. And here we once again have our extra action button that says Temporal Destabilizing Beam. Pull the time stream away from the source to negate the bronze stasis bubble. So let's try that right now. And once again we have to pull on the time stream. Oh, I didn't actually realize I was so close to the bubble. Okay, let's pull then. Come on.
Wardens, we're finally free. Slay this monstrosity and take back the temple.
That is one huge elemental. Whoa, they did a lot of damage. Wardens, with me! Oh, we can't loot it. And there's the wardens. There's even more than I saw, actually. Let's follow them, because we have to turn the quest back in with Chromie. Apologies for the delay, Ambassador Chronormu. Your wardens are ready and able to protect this temple again. They all bow to Chromie. Or kneel. That's more correct. More specific.
The Time Ways must be preserved.
That's the second largest time elemental I have ever seen. I knew I should have packed my selfie camera today. Oh well, I'll just stop by this moment again on my next day off. Renown level 8. Let's see. Yeah, let's replace this one. The Never Final Countdown.
Haven't we done this before?
Kinda sounds familiar. I never thought I'd save our temple by dismantling the very security we set up to protect it. But here we are! With the time elementals purged, our time walkers free and our wardens at the ready, it's finally time to let this last stasis bubble down and deal with Eternus. Let me know when you're ready. I know with you by my side, nothing can go wrong. Speak to Chromie when ready. Tell Chromie you're ready.
It's like meeting again for the... Okay, everyone! Get ready! Oh, no you don't!
Boom.
My vision came too late. They have punched a tunnel through time and are tumbling endlessly amongst the infinite possibilities. You must find them and correct their course before the entire fabric of reality is torn asunder.
Okay, that sounds really bad. So it kinda looked cool, the explosion, but it went missing now. Stuck between timelines, I guess. Or judging by what Nosdormu said.
Seeing all of time is my fate and my curse.
Eternus and Chromie have fallen through space and time. We must retrieve them at all costs.
The one path must be preserved.
And there we go, the chapter called Time Management has been completed. So we finally have ended this lengthy chapter. So let's now reflect on what we did, and I will include what was part of the previous video as well. But first, I can see a flight path has unlocked. So this is Warden Thaldraszus, who we saved as first, who is now available as a flight master. So all the, not the creatures, the NPCs we have saved are here at Temporal Conflux. So this elevated platform. Alright, so let me think. Am I forgetting anything? Here we go again. I don't think I am. Okay, so let's reflect on what we did. So at the start of the chapter, Nosdormu sent us to the Shifting Sands area. We met up with Chromie and learned that the place is in chaos because the timelines are pouring into each other. Because of this, several Time Walkers had gone missing. We were to search for a recruit that failed to report in as well. The recruit, well actually that was our objective at the time. The recruit, Saya Zarathel, told us that she had been attacked by a crazed bear that was overflowing with time energy. She asked us to recover her belongings. While doing so, we would probably bump into the bear, so we were to take it out as well. Next, we gathered some of this time energy to empower her Time Walker staff. We would need this later on. After doing so, we met up with Andante Normu. He gave us a speed course in time magic using the Time Walker staff. Then we were sent into the field to close several time rifts. We were also to collect some residue from the creatures from the different timelines to investigate what is going on. When closing the final rift, we managed to save one of the Time Walkers. I think his name was Eonormu. Zera led him to Dante, while we finished up collecting the residue. After doing so, we were asked by Eonormu for help. We were to buff allies, close rifts, kill creatures from different timelines, and return artifacts to their proper timelines. This was some sort of integration of all the previous lessons, I would call them. After that, we made our way to help Chromie, who was keeping an infinite dragon, Eternus, in stasis. She wanted to destroy the Bronze Oathstone so that actually let me rephrase that. She wanted to destroy the Bronze Oathstone, probably so that a dark evil version of Nosdormu called Murozond would emerge. Somehow, the defenses of the temple detected the danger and put Eternus in stasis. This, however, put several other Time Walkers in stasis as well. Same goes with the Wardens. While our allies were keeping Eternus in place, we were to rescue these Time Walkers while further empowering our Time Walker staff and dealing with Time Elementals that emerged. When we completed these objectives, we reported back to Chromie. She then tasked us with taking down the stasis bubble around the temple itself. This freed the Wardens, but also probably angered a huge Time Elemental, which was the Elemental was basically a lot of time magic coalescing into one, what's it called? Material form. I can't think of the words, but material form. After defeating it, we let go of Eternus to deal with her. She, however, continued her attack on the Oathstone, so Chromie decided to fly into her at high speed. This in turn created some kind of gap into space and time. According to Nosdormu, they are stuck in there, falling through endless possible timelines. So yeah, that's that for this video. Nosdormu kinda hinted at what will happen in the next chapter called Big Time Adventurer. So that will be the last chapter of the Thaldraszus campaign. So basically he said that we would have to find Chromie and Eternus and correct the timeways in order to bring them back. If we don't, the entire, and I quote, the entire fabric of reality would be torn asunder. I suppose that's this means as much as the world as we know it will be destroyed. So yeah, like I said, that's that for this video. And in the next video we'll go through the chapter called Big Time Adventure. Until then, I would like to thank you for watching. If you haven't checked the previous part of this chapter yet, I hope you'll do so as well. But until you until the next video, I would like to say thank you again and see you later. Bye.